Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Zelda 1 Randomizer weekly race here on Speed Gaming 2. Tonight's flags are going to be the Ultima flags, and we'll describe that a little bit later on as the race does progress. Our four featured runners tonight are Truant Gamer, Alsoa, Bogey Smalls, and Tundra. Hi everyone, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23, and joining me on the commentary tonight is the one and only Leslie Pro 04. This week, we've got the Ultima flags. We've got a lot of different variances going on, including, but not limited to, plus or minus 4 enemy HP, second quest enemies, second quest rooms, first quest overworld, shapes dungeons. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Absolutely, and good evening, everybody. This should be a fun one. Because these flags, they can be tough, because I've tried Ultima a couple times, and that plus or minus 4, I always got something gross. And meanwhile, we are underway, starting off in the Deadwoods, and Alsoa with the screen wrap right away.
Ooh, very interesting indeed. This is, again, first quest overworld, so we're going to have the 3 large secrets with the 7 medium and the 4 small. You need all 8 Triforces to gain access into level 9, and killing Ganon is required. And we have helpful hints, by the way. Helpful hints has been turned on. So if you have the money, you could purchase those hints and pick up a valuable hint from the merchants and the townspeople and whatnot.
Well, here's something that's valuable knowledge. Level 1 by the Lake Armo spot, but it's key locked right away, and without any bombs, you're not going anywhere.
Well, but look at this, 46 seconds in. Bogey is the first to get a wood sword near the vanilla blue ring shop. Meanwhile, the white sword item happens to be our ladder.
That's high value, and Truant Gamer has that knowledge.
Tundra taking a stab at level 2, unfortunately takes a death, so he'll be sent back to the start of the dungeon. Bogey finding a door repair penalty. Hey, if you're going to find a door repair penalty, find it when you have no money on the board.
And something was just, power bracelet. That's its screen too. Chat, you know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely you know what to do about that.
Now, so is heading up to Spectacle Rock. There is an empty cave here, and one of the empty caves does have a sword, but also is not going to find it here. Kept you waiting, huh?
We find our medium secret. It's 31 rupees, which isn't too bad. A little bit below the mean. It's above the vanilla amount, so not too terrible with the money department. And also picking up the medium secret for 31. Tundra finding another door per penalty in vanilla level 3 spot. Again, when you have no money, that's the time to find them.
Yeah, we don't know what that's going to be yet, but we'll know soon enough. And folks, for the first time tonight, name that ink blot as Bogey runs into a key door.
So we've got ourselves a 16-room TAM level 2. Level 2 tends to be one of those segmented dungeons. In fact, we were talking about shapes earlier when I was watching Adirondack Rick play the randomizer. Dark Falls once had a quintuple segmented level 2. This looks pretty tame by those standards. Tundra going to check the Armos spot here. That's a staircase, is able to get through, and he finds level 1. But again, as you had mentioned there, Leslie, at key block, which level 1 tends to be more often than not, is going to prevent Tundra from making any progress.
Bogey just found a red candle, which at this early stage, you have no fire source, no means of producing candle fire. Go for it, by all means.
Oh, no question about it there.
And this could be a rough Triforce room without a bow. I think these bunnies rolled up, I want to say 11.
Oh, that is no bueno, because they normally have, I do believe, 10 HP by default, so anything that's rolling up is going to be nasty. And they could have rolled up to 14 there, Leslie.
Yeah, and Bogey is in danger. One more bop, and that's a death. And Tundra's got knowledge of the white sword item being the ladder.
And
Which I
Alsoa.
would prioritize picking up if you know what it is.
Yeah, no question about it there. But meanwhile, Alsoa did find the wood sword. Bogey finds our Triforce, the first one on the board.
Truant Gamer picks up the 2x. Hey, his file names are Top Rope. I might as well mention what Hacksaw Jim Duggan used to carry to the ring.
All right, meanwhile, Truant also finding level 1, but with no keys, he won't be able to do anything. And Tundra, I believe that's his third Dover per penalty with no money on the board, so he's been getting lucky at least in that department. Zalsoa looking for some bombs from these blue Octoroks, not going to get them, unfortunately.
Chat pointing out that the magical sword was located at start? I didn't see that.
By the way, look at the price of the wood arrows on Bogey side. That's the minimum 60 rupee wooden arrows. So if this is a big money seed, we could see a lot of savings here. Meanwhile, Alsoa has found his way into level 2.
You said big money, and it was 124.
Oh, absolutely. This is a laws-approved seed if I've ever seen one, Leslie.
And Bogey is going to parlay that into wooden arrows.
Absolutely, and I certainly can't fault him for that purchase.
And for those asking in chat, this is the Ultima flag set.
Yeah, the Ultima flag set, again, for those of you just joining us here, is what that entails. So we have first quest overworld. So you got the 3 large secrets. So those 124 rupees going to be very important. Shapes dungeons. We've got helpful hints turned on. You saw that the start shuffle was shuffled full start. Happened to be the Deadwoods today. You need all 8 Triforces, and you have to beat Ganon to win. Enemy and boss HP plus or minus 4. So you could see 14 HP blue Wizrobes potentially. We've got caves that are shuffled. The dungeon items are shuffled. Red ring and silver arrows not necessarily in level 9. Items are shuffled in shops. We do have second quest enemies, second quest rooms, second quest doors. If we get hit by a red bubble, we are going to lose our sword.
And Bogey is taking on a Patra, and Chad is calling out a Raft in level 1. I would be under the assumption that Bogey got it. Meanwhile, Tundra dealing with bunnies, and that is nice work getting around that to this. Oh, that is very nice work to get around all those bunnies, only to find another room of bunnies. Oh, boy.
Well, this has definitely been a Pole's voice kind of seed up to this point.
And 4 hearts, enough to get the ladder. Alsoa the first to claim it.
Oh, that's a huge pickup right there. To only need 4 hearts. That's a 1 in 3 chance right there.
And needless to say, he hit the jackpot on that one.
Yeah, absolutely here, so we'll mark that on the board for Alsoa. He's now got that ladder.
And there's the second item in level 2, a heart container that Truant Gamer has claimed.
Yeah, I don't believe heart containers are going to be in the shuffle with these Ultima flags, at least from what I was told before the show. So you're definitely going to see 1 heart container on the ground in all 8 levels. And of course, if we see a deviation from that, then you've got the hearts in the shuffle. Alsoa, meanwhile, finds a medium secret for 31. Bogey with 98 rupees opting not to play the money-making game at the grave. Tundra finding the any roads. Let's see where this takes us. So we've got one on the east side. We've got one near the middle towards Vanilla Start. And we've got one that's right next door, so that's no bueno as Bogey finds the ladder, but he does not have the requisite number of hearts. So we're not going to check the 4th one at the moment. So yeah, no heart shuffle. Heart shuffle not part of the mix tonight.
And I do believe we saw, or at least I caught it. Oops. Well, hold off on that because bombs are at a discount.
I'll tell you what, that's quite the discount. That's a 55% discount from the 20 vanilla price to 9 rupees. You love to see that. A modest 2 rupee discount on the cheap bait at 58 rupees. Alsoa, meanwhile, also finds the take in. He sees that one of them's in a blessed spot right there, just a couple of screens away. And the other one's at start. Yeah, these are terrible any roads. I give them a D, solid D.
Well, one of them goes out to the forest, but the other three are basically useless. So that D is looking it's towards the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, absolutely there, Leslie. As Tundra finds another wood arrow shop, doesn't have any money. Yeah, he still has not found any of the secrets yet, and we're now almost 10 minutes into the seed. Bogey finds that there is a potion shop where one of the take-any's would normally be.
And Truant Gamer has picked up Red Candle, and he knows the Triforce is in the room above. Let's see how he handles this surprise.
Yep, that's a great one. Let's see how he's able to take on the Pole's voices. They do 2 hearts of damage, so he can afford to take 1 hit, but that's all. Tundra finally finding some cash. He gets a medium secret for 31. Bogey finds a letter, so if he shows that to the potion shop merchants, he can buy some potions if he so chooses to do. And with all the money in play, we may see that a possibility.
Also, it took a death in the overworld, got bumped back to start, so we'll see how he plays it from here.
1 Pole's voice down on Truant's side. Bogey's in Death Mountain here. An interesting play that could pay some dividends, as we like to see these runners take some chances here. Bogey definitely taking a chance, and if it does pay off for him, who knows? Meanwhile, if he finds a cheap bomb shop, I mean, of course he's going to top out on those 9 rupee bombs. Truant Gamer just has 1 more Pole's voice to take down. He gets it. He's got his Triforce. He'll move on to the next level.
Big money for Tundra. Finding a 124 in the forest area.
Bogey sees another casino, wants no part of it. Truant Gamer on the southwest corner of Hyrule, going to hope for some bombs from the Blue Moblins. No dice. Instead, he'll find some cash. 31 rupee medium secret. Alsoa down to half a heart as he's getting swarmed by Blue Lionels. We find the small secret. It's a modest 8 rupees, so that kind of balances out the medium secret. So not too shabby. Alsoa has a lot of money. He could buy hints if he wants to. He needs 110 to do so. Aquamentus awaits with the raft. Unfortunately for us, that's old news.
And unfortunately for Alsoa, he gets sniped by a Lionel before he can enter to get any more hints. So if he's going to get back there, he's got to walk.
See, if this was my stream, you'd have the Law of Snipe emotes in full effect, because yeah, that was a Class A snipe that those Blue Lionels just pulled off right there. Yikes. Bad luck.
Red Lionel just sniped Tundra.
Wow, the Blue Lionels are having a field day with these contestants, Leslie.
Well, it was a red Lionel, but still, point remains. The Lionels are having a field day of it.
They certainly are, but Truant Gamer gets a break. He gets a bomb drop and finds the second of the large secrets. And wait a minute, I think that's where the 100 secret normally is in the vanilla game, or at least very close. No, it's not the same screen, but it's pretty close. Bogey trying to get to the vanilla level 9 spot, but takes a death. Back to start he goes. Alsoa is going to try this spot again, but he's got all these Blue Lionels that he's going to have to navigate.
And I'll say this, they're certainly not making it easy. Yep, he sees it coming this time. Oh, he's still... this time he gets smacked down by the Lionel directly.
Yeah, it's like a golf ball that just burned through the edge right there. And once again, the Blue Lionels are having a field day.
And speaking of emotes, I see a whammy in chat.
Yeah, there. Oh, you want to talk about a whammy right there. I think Trails just gave if he was a commentator, that'd be the commentator's curse. You see that? Truant Gamer was right on the staircase, but before he entered, took the death from the Armo statue. But Bogey has found level 4. Early staircase, this could be a segmented 4. And it is a segmented 4, Leslie.
Yep. Thankfully, he does not have to deal with that room with blue dark nuts on wood sword. That's nasty, but you want to know what else is nasty?
All
these bunnies!
Yeah, 2 hearts of damage. And again, we saw 11 HP, and now Tundra finding a bomb shop. Going to top out his capacity to 8 bombs. Look at Truant Gamer with the 5 keys. He'll be able to make, hopefully, a full exploration of level 1. He gets that raft immediately. Alsoa finally gets back. Sail not to save the princess, so raft not required to beat this seed. He's going to go back one more time. Look at this. We got a Patra in level 1.
But for Truant Gamer, a bit of an edge here with those sword beams. And
Well, that's not really a great hint for Alsoa.
yeah, because that heart container could be the coast item. It could be in one of the dungeons. Yeah, that hint is a D-.
Yeah, and Tundra finding a small secret of 8 rupees, and he's now in Death Mountain. So he's making that play too. Meanwhile, Alsoa checking Casino Alley finds a bonus cave. He's going to go ahead and pick up the blue candle. You certainly can't fault Alsoa for making that play because he's not been to level 2 yet.
Meanwhile, the Patra has glitched on Truant Gamer's side, and that Patra's just going gyroscope ad infinitum.
Yeah, go home, Patra. You've had too much wine.
Patra, you were only supposed to have a little bit of the bubbly, not too much. Ooh,
Exactly.
That's a lot.
Well, let's take a look at this. So we've got 13 rooms. That's about the minimum that you're going to see in a level 1 in shapes.
Although those red fires are not easy to see.
Okay, so this is going to be the staircase item since it's not a segmented level 1. Alsoa, meanwhile, has found level 3. And we find that it is the bow!
We'll take, thank you.
Wow. Not much to say other than that. I hope you got arrows.
That's a great find there. Excellent find.
This one, not so much. Whiz robes.
Yeah, you hate to see it if you're a player. You love to see it if you're in the studio audience. But, yeah, and if they rolled up... By the way, super ropes. 4 HP, so they could roll up to 8.
Make him spare a key.
But for Alsoa, the clock stopped him cold. He gets a map named That Ink Blot, and it is a segmented level 3.
Well, the bottom part of the ink blot looks like the Thinker. The top part of the ink blot just looks like a laser gun, or maybe a water gun.
It's summertime. I'm gonna say water gun.
Yeah, one of those, you know, one of those soaker guns or whatever the heck those were called by Nerf or whatever the company was. You know what I'm talking about? Those
like
old.
soaker. Oh, hey, we got a white sword in 7 bogey doing a block clip to get around a Goma. And you want to talk blocks? We have a bait block in level 1. His Wizrobe has gotten hungry.
Wow, can you believe those odds right there? I certainly can.
This is starting to feel like a consternation seed, if anything.
Yeah, Consternation Seed as... Oh, Silver Arrows in level 3 for Alsoa.
Well, there's one runner who's not going to be buying regular arrows because he doesn't need to. And we get a hint on where level 9 is on bogey side. In a forest is an entrance to death.
And Truant Gamer is going to buy the cheap bait, so he'll be able to go back into level 1 to get the Triforce. And if he so chooses, he can get the heart container as well. Yes, the Super Soaker. That's what it's called. Thank you very much, Atomic Meat. The Super Soaker guns. Those are what they're called. The old 90s commercials that I'd used to see that would reference that every summer. Meanwhile, we've got Truant Gamer going to go for the ladder on forwards. He's going to be delighted to find out he'll be able to pick it up.
At least for bogey, these keys go down in only 2 hits with the white sword. That block is not going to move, however. Are these walls going to break? No.
Yeah, the old game of find the bomb holes. Alsoa picks up the Triforce in level 3. I don't know if he found the floor item yet. If he did, we missed it, but he's out of there. Actually, there wouldn't be a floor item. That's right. It'd be a heart container. So, yeah, he's done.
Bogey's having all kinds of trouble in this level 7.
Wow, Alsoa finding level 8. It's going to be the biggest dungeon of the game in all likelihood. Truant Gamer finds a heart as the ladder item on the coast, so maybe that's what the hint was referring to, the step over the water situation.
And these red gorillas are packing quite a punch tonight, taking a number of hits before going down. And more than the usual 3, I might add.
Oh, that is never, ever fun because, gorillas, their boomerangs do a heart of damage. Their bodies half a heart or a full heart, depending on whether they're red or blue, respectively. Alsoa finds the map. Oh, boy, that's a giant level 8. Name that plot.
That looks like a world devastator in the Star Wars expanded universe about to pass over something that's gonna get devastated.
You want to know how big that level 8 is? That is 41 rooms.
That's right up there with a couple level 6s that I've seen that are 42, 43 rooms.
Oh, yeah, you better believe it here. Bogey finding a door repair penalty, so that's going to cost him some of the rupees. Didn't get to see exactly how many rupees that was, but nevertheless, you'd never like to see that. As Tundra finds the white sword here in level 7.
And there's a hint, Nate, that says fire the arrow to reach the white sword, which pertains to level 7.
Yep, indeed. So that means there is Goma's, but if you know how to do the block clip, you don't need the bow and arrow to get that white sword. Bogey gets a bomb drop here at the coast. Truant finds the take any's. He's not going to be happy to see where they lead, though.
And Alsoa has found the floor heart of 8 and a Dodongo that just got smoked.
Yes, indeed. So, when we got red bubbles and he just lost his sword. In order for him to get the sword back, he's going to have to do one of 5 things. He's either going to have to find a blue bubble, and there's those Lionels that shoot those, or I'm sorry, those Stelphos that shoot Lionel beams that do the same 2 hearts of damage. 5 ways to get that sword back. Blue bubble, drink a potion, grab a Triforce, go to a fairy fountain, there's those blue bubbles, or do the classic up A, save your game, and then try it again. So at least the blue bubbles aren't that far from the red bubbles, and Elso's now going to see, ooh, they have 1 HP. They rolled down, or they might have 0. The only way we can find out if they're 0 or not is if somebody uses a boomerang on them.
Truant's going to have an easier time at this level 4 now, thanks to bow, thanks to arrows, courtesy level 1, and we found level 9, but we're not going to be able to do anything here just yet, and we've got a segmented 4.
Indeed we do, and that we knew that from the start because of the staircase that Truant Gamer had found. And we have level 9 and level 8 spot. Very interesting. So you need the candle to beat this seed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Key find for Elsoa after clearing that room, and Truant now knows where the Triforce is, so he's looking for the staircase item. That is the staircase that he emerged from, so now it's decision time. As Elsoa finds a key here in...
it's a Dick Under block Triforce.
That means we need the recorder to beat this seed. So things just got a little interesting here, Leslie. By the way, second quest doors are on. So that could have come into play there for Truant Gamer, but he was able to bomb to the left. And he's going to find the item. What do we have? The book. And Truant Gamer... just realize this is not a seed where the book's going to help him out.
At this point, the only thing he'd be looking for is the floor heart, and that would be it.
Yeah, I think at this point, Truant Gamer, might be looking for the heart, or he might up A, but it looks like he's trying to find some more resources. Oh, gets a clock drop from that orange Dark Nut. What a break. Aquamentus awaits with the bow. There's the other hint shop that Bogey is in right now. Just purchases that hint. That's a big hint for Bogey. He did not know about that. Hey, look, the H-Mote room here in level 8 for where Elsoa is, and this could be the another item here in level 8. We'll find out. And it is the recorder!
That is something that Truant Gamer probably wishes he had right about now, but it's not in the dungeon he's in. He knows it, we know it. Only Elsoa knows where it is, however.
Yep, that's a big find there for Elsoa. He doesn't know it now, but that is a huge find right there. By the way, as I am doing the tracking for tonight, Leslie, who has picked up the power bracelet?
As far as I'm aware, I've seen Truant and Bogey grab it. I have not seen it picked up on the right side, but I could be wrong.
All right, so I'll mark them as such, as Bogey does find a medium secret for 31 rupees right there.
And also, as getting up there in keys, and chat has also called out that this is around the time that any key typically would appear because the game knows.
Yeah, absolutely, the game knows. So it wouldn't surprise me if the second item in level 8 was, in fact, that any key. Now he's got 10 keys. He just got another one. Ooh, look at the price of potions. It is a Pepsi Night, a rare Pepsi Night. 31 rupees. That is below the 40, but 79, a hefty price on the Coke, well above the 68. So, yep, it is Pepsi Night tonight. Get Pepsi Man. Get him here.
So in a bit of a predicament here.
Yeah, he's down to half a heart, and he's got to get through these super ropes right here. Olay! It's going to be hard for him to find hearts from this enemy because they are in the money-dropping group. But he gets a heart. How about that? All I had to do was talk about it. Commentator's blessing.
But the other day, I swore Dennis Eckersley did a commentator's curse on Brandon Workman of the Red Sox. Mentioned how he had given up only one home run 2019. Same batter goes Bridge.
Yeah, all you have to do is talk about it. That's why people cringe when they either talk about it or they see that graphic show up on the screen saying, this kicker has made his last 42 field goal attempts. All 42. And then, boom, shanks it wide right. But in any event, that's another story for another time, as Alsoa is going to have to find the other staircase if he wants that second item. By the way, Tundra does have the power bracelet, so we'll mark that off.
And Tundra, also having a blue candle too, does a screen wrap. Nicely done.
Now he's got to get to level 2 spot. Oh, and he gets hit by the Lionel beam, but he's able to get across. So he's going to get to that door in level 2 spot, and he's going to find just a potion shop.
And Bogey has seen the map of level 1, and he's soon going to find out that this is not a good level 1 to be in.
Most certainly isn't. Truant Gamer's trying to clear this room as Bogey finds his bow. That's a big find right there. Plus he's got wood arrows, so now he can go to town.
And there's the second item in level 8. It is the blue boomerang, aka the scrap metal. Alsoa wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, if it would have been earlier in the scene, Boomerang might have been nice because it does stun enemies into place, and if they roll to 0 HP, you can actually kill those enemies and maybe pick up a few items, but that's just not the case tonight. I'm still going to have to be careful, getting a little too aggressive on those gorillas, down to 1 heart, because look at them, those boomerangs do 1 heart of damage, so Alsoa, now down to 1 heart, going to have to get through these super ropes, and he wants no part of those 8. And he gets triple the dongos instead as Tundra finds a medium secret for 31. Truant at the raft spot right now.
There's a magical sword.
Nice try, Tundra.
And that's on the start screen for tonight. Not the vanilla start. Just thought I'd clear that up.
Right, our own start screen. As Truant Gamer is going to check the raft spot. Hey, it's the dock that pays you 8 rupees instead of the dock that takes away rupees.
And Alsoa has found the Triforce deep in level 8. And he'll be happy to get that dungeon off the board.
Wow, that is quite the deep Triforce there. So, yep, he is completely done with that big level 8. That's got to feel good for him.
Yeah, to have a big dungeon like that out of the way has to feel good, especially with the value he got in there.
Meanwhile, Truant Gamer has found level 7. He'll be able to find the white sword. I haven't seen anybody get a Triforce yet, so there might be some kind of block at this point. Meanwhile,
Combat's the one thing that I can think of. Oh, hey,
Truant
there's
Gamer
the
has
combo.
arrows. Yep. Oh, and Truant Gamer gets the white sword.
Now, worth noting that Goma was also guarding the compass.
Yes, indeed. So now we know exactly where that Triforce is. That's way up there as Bogey using his bait to get past the bait block here in level 1. Tundra getting the cash, the 250 rupees. He's got a blue ring, so his defense just doubled.
That's going to be very helpful, especially with how nasty I've seen the combat in one particular room in level 7, where Truant Gamer is now. Not a pretty level 7 in terms of fighting, because you got rooms with red and blue Wizrobes. Nasty stuff.
All right, I can tell you that all 4 of our players have the power bracelet because Alsoa just pushed the block in Lost Hills. That's where level 6 is.
So that power bracelet is 100% required this seed.
So yep, a feat of strength is required to save the princess tonight, and level 6 could be another big one. We saw a 41 room level 8. Chances are we're probably not going to see a level 6 that big, but there's always that possibility.
Yep, we shall see. Tundra with the white sword, it'll take 6 slashes to take down each of the Pulse Voice. While this would be easier with the bow, here's the problem. Tundra's locked in.
Yeah, absolutely. So he has to clear this room or up an A to try again. Also sees a key, but he also sees 3 red bubbles. Going to try to bomb. And is successful. Truant Gamer, meanwhile, gets a heart container from the bonus cave. So he's now up to 7 hearts. Alsoa in the triple bar room finds a clock, but he is blocked. Will he get it? He does before it disappeared.
Oh yeah, those red darknuts rolled low to 1 HP. Even if they did roll to 0, the boomerang does nothing to them.
Yep, uh-oh, and we find a mugger room, and 36 rupees, that's plenty of money for Alsoa. He'll be glad to give that up instead of one of his maximum bombs.
We also don't know where the bomb upgrades are, and those could be anywhere from 75 to 125 rupees for a capacity upgrade of 2 to 6 bombs.
That is correct, and you can have 2 bomb upgrades in the same level. Bogey finds the book. Is he going to pick it up or is he going to burn it? He's going to pick it up! I don't know if that was intentional, but the keys did push him into that book.
Yeah, we're going to give an assist to the Keys on that one, because if there were any shenanigans, the Keys said, not today.
Absolutely.
Here is a 4-headed Gleeok in level 6.
And what's
blocking 2 doors.
And what's worse, he only has wood sword, and they do 1 heart of damage, so this is going to be a battle for sure for Alsoa.
I believe the heads do 3/8 of a heart of damage, so if you're going to get hit by anything, make it that, not the fireballs.
Correct, because they're the ones that do a full bar. Look at that fight. Well done to Alsoa. 31 rupee pickup there for Truant.
I think that Gleeok rolled down in HP, but against a boss that tough, you'll take it.
It definitely did roll down because it's normally 10 and 6. 10 for the first head, 6 for subsequent heads. It definitely rolled down.
There's a stair, but also red bubbles. Alsoa dodges them all, finds it's a transport, and is not interested at this time.
Well, I don't know. I might have taken that staircase, but, that's just me. But I guess he wants to explore the rest of this bottom portion first before he wants anything to do with that staircase. Tundra now, meanwhile, he's in level 2. He's got a whopping 11 keys, and so back to the staircase he goes. He's now going to take the transport since he's pretty much out of options at this point.
And he pops out in Agoma's room.
Tundra gets his Triforce out of level 2. By the way, did Truant and Bogey, did they get their Triforces out of level 1?
I'm not sure. We'd have to see the pause screen on the overworld at this point. Oasis, our restreamer, says that Truant did, Bogey got the bait. And chat's saying Bogey did.
Okay, so we'll mark them up.
Yep, we'll go with it for now. Unless they get denied entry into level 9 later, then... But you'd hate to see that. Meanwhile, Alsoa is fighting bunnies in level 6, locked in the room, and he's got Emos firing at him to make it worse.
Yeah, and he gets hit by a bunny just once, he's down for the count, so he cannot get hit. Very clutch right there. Plus, he gets a heart drop, so he's got 2 hearts. Tundra continuing this level 2 trek here. Again, we had the red candle as the item.
Good use of bombs by Alsoa to spread the damage around.
Now Truant knows the location of level 9, so we have at least 2 of our featured runners know where level 9 is. Again, it's in level 8's vanilla location. There's Truant Gamer finding a large secret. Big pickup there. Another 124 rupees to his tote.
I don't know about you, but this level 6 is looking to be pretty large, and we have not seen a map yet.
You know what that means, right, Leslie?
Maps by the Triforce. And
No, well, you're kind of on the right track with what I was going to say. It means Dig Dogger gazes with the red ring, so red ring in 5.
That is a big hint for Truant Gamer, because with how tough this seed has been for combat, that extra protection will come in handy, because I've seen a few rooms in 7 in particular that have been just downright nasty, and a red ring would really help with that.
Well,
Oh, there's the map.
never
Nailed
mind.
that ink slot. That is looking like a Wizrobe merged with Dead Hand's hands.
I'll tell you what, yeah, because you know what I was going to say. It means we're never going to find the map in level 6, so because I never got to finish that statement, there's your map.
And that's a lot of rooms, too.
33 rooms of pure torture!
Hey, it actually is, because level 6 is pure torture in Rando.
It almost looks like level 7, but the Inkblot on level 6, I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like those leaping enemies in Back to the Future Part 2 for the NES that is in 1985.
Alsoa has the Triforce out of 6, and he may just say no thank you to the rest of this dungeon.
Yeah.
When he's done with it, I don't blame him.
I certainly don't blame him. We know for a fact that whatever the staircase item is in level 6, it's not required. Because you look at what is left, we have the wooden boomerang, we've got the any key, and we've got the magic wand. Everything else that we need to beat this seed is already in play.
And apparently the old man is a toad, but that was placed into the wrong game at the money-making game.
Ooh, look at this. Alsoa has found level 5, and now he doesn't know it, but we know the red ring. Oh, and we've got a one-off on the right side. Yikes.
Feeling lonely?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Leslie.
That could still be the Triforce room.
I would love that to be the Triforce room, but it probably won't be. I mean, the odds are 1 in 19, so, you know. It is only a 20-room level 5. That's actually on the small side. Well, remember, it's already got a transport staircase to begin with, so it could be one of the transports, and it certainly is. You know, the odds were it was going to be. You know, there are 5 staircase rooms here. That is not the one to the one-off, though.
That is to an Aquamentus, but more importantly, Alsoa got bopped by a red bubble, so has to resort to alternate means of combat.
In addition, Tundra did pick up the red candle here in level 2, so now he's just looking for the Triforce to be complete with the room. But again, little does he know, he's going to have to clear a Pole's voice room to get that prize.
Alsoa needs his sword, so he just did an up-A save.
And Bogey going to pick up the heart container. He's now up to 7 hearts. Now, I don't know if he's picked up the ladder yet. He now has enough to do so. As Alsoa finds a large secret. Recorder Lake! Wow!
That is not a place where you typically find one of those.
Yeah, Alsoa just found some buried treasure there at Recorder Lake.
Well, looks like Bogey already has the ladder as he's heading up to Spectacle Rock.
So as far as I'm concerned, the only person that does not have the ladder just yet is Tundra, but unfortunately, the blue Dartnuts end his turn. Back to start he goes. Truant finds the heart container on the ground here in level 6, so that takes up to 9 hearts. Alsoa going to purchase the blue ring.
Again, I am all for this blue ring purchase because that'll help with some of the nastier rooms, but only Truant Gamer, I believe, knows what is in level 5, and if Alsoa can get to it, he'll probably say, of course I picked up the red ring after buying the blue ring.
Because the game knows. He doesn't know it, but yeah, that red ring is the item in level 5, and he is going to say, why did I just spend 250 rupees on something I could have just gotten in level 5 a few minutes later if I had just persevered. That's just part of the randomizer there, Leslie. Meanwhile, Truant's still here in level 6. Tundra trying that blue Dartnut room again. Again, he's got the wrong idea. He thinks this is going to be the room that might have the Triforce. It is not.
Yeah, he already has the Triforce. Maybe he's after something else. I don't know. Either way, he's bailing.
Yeah, he does have the Triforce in level 2. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking there. I guess he was either looking for keys or maybe he thought it was the kind of flag set where hearts are in the shuffle. We know they're not.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you get used to flag sets where the heart containers enter the item shuffle, and then you play one that it doesn't, that can throw you off your game just a little bit.
Also has to watch out for those red bubbles, trying to get some nifty jukes in. Does so successfully, and that's going to be the dead end, I believe. Or is that the other half?
Nope, that's the other half that goes up to where an Aqua Mentis awaits.
Gotcha. Bogey finds another Take Any Cave, picks up another heart container. He's up to 8. Now, Truant Gamer right now is just 1 heart container away from having a chance at the magical sword. You need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts to pick up the magical sword at start. And considering that the magical sword is at start, there's no reason not to take a peek when you get to the requisite 10.
Absolutely.
Alsoa just picked up the heart container on the floor in level 5. Truant gets another key here in level 6. Bogey finding level 6 himself. So we got our 2 feature runners on the left. There's the wand. That's our item in level 6, and it's right where it's supposed to be, Leslie. Chat, you know what to do about that.
Yep, although sometimes Ultima be like that, Alsoa is locked in a room with a Dig Dogger, which is the boss of level 5 in vanilla. Doesn't have any bombs, so has to go about this the old-fashioned way. Or should I say the hard
By the way, if you take a look at our tracker here, we could piece what's in level 9. We now know, by process of elimination, Leslie, that Lord Banana and the Any Key are both in level 9.
And the Triforce in 5 is also blocked by a Dig Dogger. And
Wow.
wishes he had money for that bomb upgrade because he is out of bombs. Instead, he'll have to settle for the Triforce from level 5.
Now, if that doesn't say game knows, I don't know what does.
That's what I was thinking. And Tundra's got the bow in 1.
So that means the only runner that does not have the bow yet is Alsoa. Bogey's still here in level 6. Now just looking for the Triforce here in this mammoth 33 rooms of pure chaos that Bogey is in right now. I mean, he does have the bow and arrow, so that's going to help him in those Poles Voices room. And you definitely can do worse than Gibdos. Plus, they're a source of bombs.
Truant Gamer, 3 rupees short.
Oh, and he's going to have to pay one of the maximum bombs, and that could come into play at the level that we call the Great Equalizer, level 9, especially in shapes, because we get to play Hyrule's favorite game show, Find That Bomb Hole.
And Truant just got a double fairy drop in level 6 to get him up to full health.
Now here's an interesting thing. Alsoa decided to pass up on the item in level 5. So he's going to miss out on the red ring, but this is going to end up being 250 rupees well spent in his case.
As chat pointed out, if he hadn't spent that, he could have bought the bomb upgrade, and that could have been where the red ring was. We don't know that specific part. And Alsoa has finally found level 1, it's World 1 on his map. Bogey's found the wand. Alsoa finding the raft, although I think it was more or less he got shoved into it by a blue bubble. Hi, Patra!
Yeah, that is we have seen enemies pushing people into unwanted items all night so far. You know, we saw that happen with Bogey in the book. Now we see it happen with Alsoa and the raft, because he knows raft is not required. But, you know, it's no harm, no foul. I mean, it's right there. Just pick it up.
And Tundra has the Triforce out of level 1. Oh, Alsoa was making good work on that Patra, but then he takes it out.
Yeah, Patra Wayne telling him, "You lose!" Oh, and we have Zelda's room here in level 6 with blue bubbles.
Now, what Truant Gamer is doing here is he's stacking the white sword along with the wand by hitting both buttons around the same time. And when done correctly, both get swung at the same time and the damage stacks. In this case, that would be 4 damage instead of 2.
Absolutely there, and this is where it's going to be a problem for Bogey as he gets the Triforce out of level 6. It's going to be a problem because with the book, anytime you shoot the wand and it makes contact with the enemies or the wall, it bursts into flames. Now, some people do use it as a long-range red candle, and it can be useful at times, but most people will tell you it's a hindrance because you could take your own damage to those flames that shoot out of the wand.
Tundra heading back into level 7 now. That blue ring could be a difference maker. We shall see. In the meantime, Alsoa going for round 2 against this Patra.
Yeah, Patra doing 2 hearts of damage. In his case, 1 because he's got the blue ring, but still, it's a tough fight when you have wood sword. Oh, that next Panda Patra, he's all over the place now. This is going to be a tough one for Alsoa, but can he do it?
This has got very interesting because we've got the Patrobes clipping into the HUD.
Oh, my word! Oh, this is hilarious. Please, go home, Patra. You're drunk. You've had too much. Get those bees under control. And there's the map.
So yes, in a way, Patra does have the map.
Just like he does in level 9. Who knows, maybe we'll see a few more Patras in level 9 tonight.
Now Soa is, once he pushes the block of this room, he will realize that he took the correct path to enter Go mode.
Yep, that is right. He is technically in Triforce and Go mode, but he still is going to have to purchase some bait.
And he's going to know that very shortly.
And Truant Gamer finds his Triforce in level 6, so that's going to be, I believe, his 3rd on the board.
The room that Tundra is in now, I believe, is what was keeping runners from finishing 7.
Yeah, that A magical breakfast room, yeah, that would stop a lot of people in their tracks, especially with Wood Sword and Tundra. Feeling the full brunt of those wizrobes takes a death.
So with a room like that, a strategy I tend to use is kill an enemy, exit, re-enter if possible. So the room state gets saved, enemies get shuffled around just a little bit, and you don't have to do so many enemies in one go. Now, if you're locked in, that's a different story. You come back with potions.
And speaking of potions, nobody's purchased a potion yet, but meanwhile, Truant Gamer has found level 3 for the first time, and Alsoa sees the bad news. He is blocked from that Triforce in level 1.
In this situation, I would stop fighting, and I would save Scum the room.
Remember that the silver arrows is the item here in level 3, so Truant's going to have to make sure he gets that before he claims his Triforce in level 3, and he'll do just that.
Yep, and Tundra has cleared out one of the uglier combat rooms of this seed thus far, and in doing so, that room's not going to respawn because of that bubble.
As long as he stays in the dungeon.
That important caveat. Oh, and look at this. Fire's going down to wood arrows.
Oh, that's great, which means they roll down to at least minus 2 HP. They normally have 4 HP. You need bombs or silver arrows under normal circumstances or the magical sword. So a white sword or regular arrows will do the trick. And now Tundra sees the blue wizrobes and he's trying to run away, and he's able to do so.
Oh, look, a Chevy room. He does not have the ladder. That is extremely unfortunate. He needs to hope that those blue wizrobes hold the Triforce, or else he's going to have to leave.
Right. So as it stands, all 4 of our runners do have arrows, but Bogey and Tundra do not have the silver arrows from 3 yet. Also, making quick work of the bunnies in level 2. He's got his Triforce, so that's number 5 for him.
Meanwhile, that's not the only path through 7, so while that could be a critical ladder block, we don't know if it's officially a ladder block situation just yet. And red bubbles, which Tundra finds a way around. Oh no, ladder blocked another way.
Wow. Yep, ladder is usually king when it comes to the Zelda randomizer, Leslie, and it looks like tonight is no exception, buddy.
Oh yeah, and the old man is blathering about a Gleeok returning on the coast. Tundra may have no choice but to come back, which would make that other room respawn.
Yep. Once again, if that doesn't say game knows, I don't know what does. As Truant gets his Triforce out of level 3, he's got 4.
Tundra tried to bomb up. Nope, but he does find a staircase. I believe this will be a transport. Maybe this is the way around.
Oh, maybe that is the workaround. You are right, Leslie. We'll see if Tundra does get lucky, but he's going to have to tackle the IHOP if he wants to progress. Not a particularly difficult room, and he's only going to lose half a heart if he does get swallowed up. Now, if he had a magical shield, which is not going to be a thing today, there's a heart container. That's going to come in handy. If you don't break out of that like fast enough and you have a magical shield in your possession, you're going to lose that shield. There's the map. Huge.
That map is in an absolutely disgusting room with turrets and bubbles. Name that ink blot, folks, but more importantly...
And that's a huge level 7. That's 29 rooms.
More importantly, it limits his path in terms of how he can get to the Triforce.
Truant now losing his access to his sword here in level 8. Alsoa now here in level 4. Remember, he's got the recorder, so he'll be able to finish off that dig dogger that guards the Triforce. But he's going to have to figure out level 7 in order to finish off. He hasn't found level 7 yet. He just found a walkthrough wall, by the way. So that was pretty cool.
Yep, that is a thing in second quest.
Unfortunately, this particular walkthrough wall is just a trap. Tundra has no choice but to bail out of level 7.
Very unfortunate, and you really do hate to see that because that is an already difficult situation in that level, compounded by needing a ladder, which is the white sword item, which he does not have as of yet.
Bogey and Truant Gamer now both in level 8. Bogey just saw the inferior model and says no way to that. And we've got a quadruple shutter door room on Truant Gamer's side. You don't see that very often.
Nope. Outside of maybe a Ganon room, but that's about it.
Precisely there, Les, as El Soa finds the book in level 4. No part of it. He's not going to play around. Now, in some seeds, the book can come in handy as an atlas, which enables you to understand what the Hylians are saying. Also, it could act as a map for every single dungeon, so you don't have to find the map to know exactly where you're going. But in this case, the book just has its normal purpose, and that means runners really don't want to pick it up.
Yep, absolutely. Tundra did find a potion shop, did not pick one up, though.
I guess he wants to save his money for something else now. He's found level 6.
I think this is a return trip, though, because the push block was already pushed, and the heart container is just right there on the floor for the taking.
Well, maybe he decided not to.
Bogey takes the Triforce out of level 8.
Maybe he just simply decided he didn't want to explore yet. I don't know. Now, did Bogey get the recorder out of level 8? If he's hitting that Gamblematic 9000, it's going to come up 3 lemons.
No, in this case, it would come up 3 whammies.
Right, because I'm doing the commentary with you, Leslie. Exactly, right you are. Bogey has found level 3 now.
And Alsoa has claimed the Triforce out of level 4, wresting it from the hands of the Dig Dogger.
So he is now 2 Triforce pieces away from being eligible to go into level 9.
So he's got to go back, finish level 1. I'm not sure where the Triforce is in level 7. We've seen the map. I think another runner grabbed the compass. I haven't seen both, though.
I believe Tundra grabbed the compass in 7, because I think he's made the deepest play so far of all of our runners. True Gamer, by the way, he's got 11 hearts, so he's got a 40% chance of picking up the magical sword if he decides to make that play.
Same with Bogey.
Tundra takes down the Goma here in level 6. Here's an Aquamentus. Look at that going down in 1 hit. That had to be a -4. Either that or the sword and wand did enough HP to take it down anyways, but still, that's a weak Aquamentus tonight.
Look at how many keys Bogey is up. We got keys aplenty from 3 of them.
Wow! We have 3 players in triple digit keys. That would be hilarious. Double-digit keys, with True Gamer having 14 of them. Now, you're going to see one of the rarest things happen here in Zelda Randomizer. If any of these 3 runners find the magical key in level 9, they're going to leave it be.
Alsoa has the white sword, and he's going to be happy to see that.
Absolutely, doubling his attack power, so now all 4 of our runners have that white sword.
Now, Putz in chat mentions that he once did a race for first to 20 keys. I'm honestly wondering if the key counter has a tap on it.
Some old news there on True Gamer's side. Fire the arrow to obtain the white sword.
Alsoa goes down.
Yeah, this level 7 is taking no prisoners tonight. I mean, level 7 normally gets the moniker of 33 rooms of pure destruction, but this time it's 29 rooms of pure destruction. It's a tough one.
Chat's saying that keys also cap out at 255.
You know, which makes sense considering that rupees cap out at 255. So the fact that keys cap out at 255 doesn't really surprise me. Truman takes down the Dodongo here in the moat room of level 8. He is still looking for that Triforce, still looking for that recorder. Bogey's now here in level 3. He's about to discover the silver arrows.
And Tundra's got the Triforce out of level 4.
So some big pickups there for both of our runners on the bottom side.
And Truant is the Triforce out of level 8. I don't think he got the recorder. That might have also been a Y-Force.
Wait a minute. Did you say that Tundra got the Triforce out of level 4? That's impossible. He has no recorder.
Never mind, then I saw the wrong level. We'll take that one off.
6!
It was 6. Never mind.
Because you need the recorder to get the Triforce out of level 4. He does not have it. He's in level 3 now, so he should get the silver arrows very shortly. He's going to find the transport staircase first, though. Now, Soa does have the compass here. He's just a couple of rooms away from getting to level 7's Triforce, but he's going to have to dodge those red bubbles. But the red bubbles doing a good job at... Oh! Nearly getting caught there. Look, it's another Chevy room in this level 7 with a two-headed Gleeok that he wants no part of. Now he's got Wizrobes. He's going to try to bomb to the north if he can. And he's able to do so. What is guarding the Triforce? Wizrobes! Because of course.
Wouldn't be Zelda 1 without Wizrobes guarding something.
By the way, they rolled up because he needed 2 bombs and a sword and 2 sword staves. So they either rolled to 11 or 12.
And neither of those is a pleasant thought. Takes it down, and that's the Triforce out of level 7 for Alsoa. As Truant Gamer gets hit with a red bubble.
So now all Alsoa's got to do is purchase the bait, get the Triforce out of level 1. He'll be eligible to go into level 9. He's got a big lead right now. By the way, did Truant or Bogey get Triforces out of level 8? I'm guessing they both had to have.
I believe one of the two did. I want to say one of them got Y-Forced, I thought. Yeah, Truant is Dig Dogger blocked from the triangle, so he has to seek out the item. He doesn't know it, but it's not the recorder here, it's the red ring.
Yep, indeed. The red ring is our item here in level 5. Bogey a whiff on that one strike against Aquamentus. Tundra here in level 3. Still looking for the items here. So almost has the maximum amount of rupees at 252, so he's going to have plenty of fodder to go into level 9, and of course if he wanted to, he could buy a potion. He's got all the cash in the world he'll need. By the way, this is going to be the other hint shop for Alsoa. He actually wants no part of it. He knows about everything. He's just looking for bait. By the way, the door repair penalty was the minimum tonight. 15.
Yeah, so that certainly helps in making a big money seed really big.
So Bogey and Truant continuing to follow in each other's footsteps. Now So I was trying to find out.
Tundra's got caught by the Wall Master. Back to start.
Oh, you hate to see it there, Leslie. You just hate to see it, as Elso is trying to find a bait shop. Instead, he finds another whammy. That's minus 15 rubies and accidentally goes back in there. Well, luckily, you don't have to pay 2 door repair penalties. Wouldn't it be nasty if Fred programmed something like that in there so that the door repair penalties stay put?
Oh, God. That's the sort of thing that somebody would probably say, don't give Fred any ideas. Hey, I can picture Rick saying that, too.
Now, here's the thing. He can't do everything. I was talking about, about the doors shuffled, as Tundra, by the way, gets the silver arrows in level 3. So now all 4 of our runners have the silver arrows. I've talked about the 3F1 should have a door shuffler so that door number 6 is not the solution. It turns out it's literally impossible to program, unfortunately, as Truant Gamer gets the red ring, the piece of jewelry he wanted to see. That's going to quadruple his defense, so the damage now down to 1/4 the base value, and 12 hearts is enough to pick up the magical sword. Truant Gamer just hit the jackpot.
Did he ever? Now the only other thing he would need to make it a really good jackpot, he'd have to go and find the recorder, which we know is in level 8.
Tundra, meanwhile, got his Triforce out of level 3, and Truant Gamer gets his health refilled at the fairy fountain, and now Soa finally got his bait.
But he also got something else he could have picked up there, but didn't. Bombs.
He must think he's gonna get lucky and get a bomb drop somewhere. I don't know, but now Soa is approaching being able to go into level 9. Now Truant Gamer is back into level 1. He must not have grabbed the Triforce.
No, I think it's maybe the second item, or was it the Triforce?
No, he must never have gotten it.
Well, either way,
he's gonna have it now, but he must never have gotten it. Either that or...
Ogie now has the red ring, but he never purchased the blue ring, so for him, that is a huge upgrade.
Yeah, neither runner on the left side, Truant Gamer or Bogey, purchased the blue ring, so that's 250 rupees that are not coming out of their pockets. And yeah, Truant never got the Triforce out of level 1, so we had mismarked his map, unfortunately. But, he is going to get it in very short order.
And pretty soon we're going to have... Pretty soon we're going to be having Alsoa in level 9, so... We're going to be after some stuff in there, Laws. How about we give them the old rundown?
Absolutely, we're going to give them the rundown. So how this is going to work is Alsoa is going to be listening for the roar of Ganon. If he hears that roar of Ganon, then Ganon is adjacent to where he currently is, 1 room north, south, east, or west. We also have 3 hints, 3 potential hints, but we've only seen 1 Mugger Room. They could be replaced by up to 2 of those Mugger Rooms. Those hints have to do with where Zelda is, where Ganon is, where the silver arrows are, and what is guarding the compass. Also, if he's in a room with a single shutter door room, clears that room and that does not open, that is the location of Zelda. So that is what we're going to be looking for here in level 9. He's got 11 keys, plenty of resources, so here we go. And our choices are left or right tonight. Ooh, we got the famous turnstile rooms. By the way, that's
Zelda.
That is Zelda indeed. Immediately Alsoa finding Princess Zelda. Wow! Now, of course, if this was second quest level 9, that might just be a one-way shutter door, but that's not going to be the case here in Shapes.
Also, notice how much faster Patrick goes now with the white sword.
Yep, it looked like it either rolled vanilla or +1, because I believe, what is it, 11 HP?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's 11 HP vanilla, but... Oh, and we got Wiz Robes. What would a level 9 in Zelda Randomizer be without those critters?
Or something nasty like Dark Nuts.
Also, by the way, Bogey also got the magical sword, and I didn't mark them down. Let's do so. And Truant Gamer now into level 7. Alsoa looking for Ganon here in level 9. So, I mean, I must say, I've done a lot of commentary, Leslie. That's one of the worst performances I've seen Princess Zelda have in a long time, maybe ever.
Yeah, unfortunately, Truant Gamer taking a death in 7, while Bogey stopping that Dig Dogger cold. Uh-oh, those red bubbles were not letting Bogey get away this time.
Nope. But luckily, there's blue bubbles in the room next door. Tundra's now into level 8 as well. Oh, shoot! What would a level 9 be without that shoot room, Leslie?
Less interesting, I'll say that much, because there are times where that shoot room has gated either or.
It certainly has.
I've also seen it gate silvers, too, so...
Oh, and also sees those wizards. He wants no part of it. So right now, this level 9 being a bit stingy for Elso at the moment.
Not the stingiest 9 I've seen either, because the stingiest one is Bogey gets the recorder out of level 8. Would have to be one where you had required combat for a couple rooms in a row. And yes, it was that Pentaforce seed that became rather infamous for a time.
Oh, yes. I remember that one well, because you were on the comms for that particular race, and it was a marathon. I always love to bring this up because, you know, baseball games are roughly 3 hours. When I watched that race, the Cardinals-Dodger game had not started yet. When that game finished, you were still doing that race.
Yeah, and that wasn't even a Red Sox-Yankees game. We're talking about those can be marathon games in their own right.
They certainly can. Unfortunately, Truant Gamer getting lost here in level 7 went back to the staircase that already was claimed where the white sword was. So, Alsoa now looking for, and then he finds those orange danger noodles, those land molas. Oh, he finds the compass, and of course he doesn't need it because he already knows where Zelda is. He's looking for Ganon.
Now, it would be interesting to see if, and I don't know if this is possible, if the compass could also show Ganon's location.
Now that would be something I'd like to see Fred maybe try to implement. Oh no! Oh no! As Bogey gets his Triforce out of level 4. He must have the Triforce out of level 8.
Yeah, I think he got Y-Force. Yeah, I'm thinking he got it, and I think he got Y-Force, if memory serves.
I think Bogey got Y-Force. Truant didn't get Y-Forced. He gambled, and his gamble's not paying off. Tundra sees the scrap metal and says no to the magical boomerang.
Truant Gamer finding a bomb hole. And Alsoa doing an up A. What is this about? I wonder
if he's going for the potions now. I mean, that is the one thing that's kind of hurting Alsoa right now is of the 4 featured runners here, he has the least amount of health available to him. Plus, he does not have the red ring out of level 5.
Chat calling out red bubble, so he was cursed. That up A got him to a fairy fountain. So he was able to get rid of it that way. And speaking of bubbles, a bubble is causing problems for Bogey in this rough combat room in 7.
Oh yeah, the combat in level 7 has been absolutely atrocious again. It was Wizrobes. They haven't seen anything yet though. Level 9. We call level 9 the Great Equalizer for a reason. We haven't seen much of level 9, but already it's earning its status.
Truant not bothering with the bomb hole at half a heart. I don't blame him whatsoever because one hit would have likely been death.
Unfortunately, Truant decided to give that fire a great big hug. He's down to just 1 heart now. But again, he's got the red ring. Not a big concern. And there's one of the hints gone.
Yep, Mugger Room has eaten one of the hints.
And also eaten 36 rupees of Alsoa's bank account. Proved to be a dead end anyways. Wow. You talk about a troll Mugger Room, that's the definition of one right there. As Bogey gets his Triforce out of level 7, so he's catching up to Alsoa, and that red ring and that magical sword could come into play for this comeback opportunity.
And Truant Gamer takes the death in 7. Alsoa finding his way around. I'm starting
Wow!
to think
More, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Leslie. More blue Wizrobes in a shutter door room.
this is getting some other kind of nasty here.
Yeah, this level 9 has just been sick. Bogey's now into level 5. He knows where the Triforce is. He's making a beeline to it right now. And I'm telling you right now, Bogey is breathing down Alsoa's neck. Tundra's now on level 5, but he doesn't have the ladder.
Yeah. Chad, I'm starting to get that same inclination that a blue Wizrobe room is going to be blocking a staircase to Ganon. It's just a matter of which one, and Alsoa gets cursed again.
Wow, and Patra Wayne in level 9 too! Oh my word!
And without a sword, I don't think Alsoa... Oh wait, he had a sword, but tried to block clip, but the game said no.
Yeah, Patra Wayne doing what Patra Wayne does best. Send the runners back to start. And now, all 8 Triforces for Bogey. He's eligible to go into level 9. And you're going to see that red ring and magical sword go to work for him.
We'll see. We'll see if it makes a difference. But for now, Alsoa's just going to keep on keeping on.
Now, Bogey is going to find where Zelda is fast, provided he goes right to start. Tundra finds the compass here in level 5, and he's about to see the bad news at Dig Dogger.
Yep, he has not dug level 8 yet, so yep. Now, so is still having problems with that curse, while Bogey... Let's see how this goes for him.
We would switch to Bogey's audio at this point, but he will not have audio for us to use tonight, so we'll leave it on Alsoa at the moment. Bogey having a couple of problems with Patra here, but is able to take him down. Again, having that red ring and the magical sword definitely helps him out.
And once again, Alsoa having to remove the red bubble curse.
And Bogey finds that same trap mugger room that Alsoa found earlier. You know, considering how many times Alsoa's been red bubble curse, I might buy a potion at this point. Or pick one up from the Take Any. Yeah, there you go. That's a free...
Yeah, I like this, and I would also liken up a save from here so that you can save Scum the potion.
Absolutely here. We'll see if he decides to do that. I'm Truant now back into level 8. He now knows he's got to get the item out of here. Yeah, he just knows that Gamblematic 9000 push came up 3 lemons for him. A tough break. That's the nature of Zelda Randomizer sometimes, is Tundra in level 5. Alsoa looking for the quickest way, and that's a pretty quick way to get back into level 9, is that Take Any road to the 10 Armos.
Bogey got shot by the Beamos, so no bubble curse here.
Well, instead, he finds a triple bar room that's got a lot of trouble. Yep,
yeah, that is a very troubling triple bar room. And here's... Hey, Patra. I cut myself off there. Whoops.
And Patra, this was the Patra that Alsoa died to earlier before he left. He tried to get to that staircase and fell just short. Now, decision time for Bogey. Tries to bomb to the right, no dice. Bogey looks like he's going to go left, and he's going to find just a dark room. No old man here. Truant finds the scrap metal, and that was not the item he wanted to see. Tundra, meanwhile, he finds the jewelry. That's a sight for sore eyes for him. He'll gladly pick that up to double his defense one more time.
Bogey picks a door to the right. Is another mugger room.
Are you kidding?
This Ultima seed is pulling Consternation's levels of rude out of its ears, and there's the map, and I'll be honest, that looks like a very big, beefy vehicle.
And again, with the new... By the way, that's a 44-room level 9. That's tiny for what we're used to seeing as we used to do commentary for the older Zelda randomizer versions because of the new settings that Fred has. That's still a monster to negotiate.
Alsoa's found the path. Here's Ganon.
And right, he needs to get 8 hits with the white sword. He uses the potion. A Hyrule Driver will cost him 2 hearts, so... Unless he gets Hyrule Driver to death, it looks like Alsoa is going to hang on in terms of our 4 featured runners. But having trouble getting the stun lock. There's the stun lock. And 6, and 7, and 8. Down goes Ganon. We've got Bacon. There's the Triforce of Power. And Alsoa, though level 9 tried to do level 9 great equalizer things, is going to hang on because look at this. Bogey's right behind him. But Alsoa is going to cut through the ribbon first.
Get your GGs in chat first for Alsoa, and then for Bogey Smalls, as we got more bacon, as Bogey's got the Triforce of Power. Give me 1 second to pull up the SRL times.
Wow, and we're going to find out who did what, because again, even though we have just Truant Gamer, Alsoa, Bogey, and Tundra on the board, we have other runners who are participating in this seed who are not amongst the 4 featured runners. Once we get Bogey done, we're going to find out what those times are.
All right, I got that for you right now. On our restream, Alsoa wins on the restream with a time of 121.08. Bogey second on the restream with a time of 121.35. That's your 6th and 7th place times, respectively, as your winning time, Captain Green 7, 111.49, followed by CJ Chess Jerk, 112.58, Dr. J PhD third, 114.54, Sci-Town fourth with a time of 116.59, and Shinigami wraps up your top 5 with a 119.57.
Wow, and Alsoa, we've got you in the commentators booth with us. GG, I'll tell you what, you routed the seed very well, but level 9 did level 9 things to you, but you were able to hang on against Bogey Smalls by just a few seconds there. He had the red ring, he had the magical sword, but your lead was just too great for him to come back from. What do you think about that level 9?
I would have liked a room with blue bubbles, so I don't know, somewhere between the red bubble shoot room and Ganon.
Absolutely there. By the way, our Name That Tune recorder song is Truant Gamer now has all 8 Triforce pieces. Was not a Final Fantasy song tonight, but the Light World dungeon theme from Link to the Past.
I heard it and I honestly thought, wait, Master Yoda's theme? Close enough.
Yeah, close enough indeed.
You know, I didn't actually catch it at first. I just heard it. I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. It's probably some Final Fantasy theme.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is about the most hearts you'll ever see in a randomizer seed. Truant Gamer has 15 hearts.
Wait, this seed had hearts?
Yeah. Tundra's got a 12, which is going to be enough for him to get the magical sword. Bogey got the magical sword as well. But yeah, 12 hearts. I don't know where the missing heart is for Truant Gamer, but he's back in level 7. Did he must not have gotten the Triforce in 7. No, he hasn't. My mistake.
The seed kind of perturbed me a little bit when the meat was the go mode item.
Yeah, everything except the raft ended up being required to beat this seed. Because you needed the recorder to beat 2 dungeons. You needed the power bracelet to gain access to level 6. The ladder was a problem in level 7. The candle was needed to get access to level 9. So pretty much everything but the raft was needed. This was like a chain reaction seed if I've ever seen one. As we do have Bogey Smalls here in the commentator's booth with us. GG to you, a valiant effort. You almost came back to as level 9 was giving him fits. I mean, you had the goods, you had the red ring, and you definitely had the magical sword, but just wasn't quite enough to take first of our 4 featured runners, but still, good effort from you tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, I screwed up a little bit thinking about routing between 8 and 5 and 4 towards the end. So I wish, in hindsight, I had just continued the dig for the recorder in level 8, just because that could have benefited me. But after finishing or after leaving level 8, I went back to level 4 when I probably should have gone back to level 5 since it was right there. So I think, just looking at the time difference between Elsoa and me, if I had just grabbed the Triforce out of 5 before going to grab the one from 4, that probably would have been more than enough of the difference. But that's how it goes sometimes.
By the way, there were no shortage of keys. Now we see Tundra having 13 keys along with True and Gamer, and this would have been one of those situations that if we would have found the any key, which, by the way, from Process of Elimination would have been in level 9, you would have left it behind because you guys had no shortage of keys.
Yeah, I noticed at some point I saw the double digits up in the top HUD, and I'm like, okay, but I was also worried, like, I would get into 9 and then just lose all the keys, because the natural inclination would be to try all the key doors. I was a little bit just mindful of bombs, and so I was just trying to walk around, just hoping to hear Ganon, since I at least, since obviously Zelda was easy to find early on. I just had to fight a couple Patra, nothing too crazy, and then I was just really worried about getting bubbled in that shoot room right before the fight.
Did you find the south path to Ganon?
I did not. I came from the north. There was a shoot room that had red bubbles in the shoot.
Yeah, that's the way I went in too, and I ended up leaving 9 to go find a potion somewhere because I hadn't seen the letter cave and I'd only seen one bonus cave at that point. And I was concerned that I was already concerned that I spent a bunch of time looking for a meat shop. To look for a letter or a bonus cave on top of that was just gonna be like, no. Thankfully, there was one at Vanilla 1, so I was able to get a potion there, and that was enough to get through it.
Yeah, you were red bubble cursed at least 2 different times there in that level 9, and I'll tell you what, the red ring might have come in handy for you. It ended up being in level 5.
Probably behind some bomb wall I couldn't get into, and I said, meh, probably not important.
And we saw one bomb upgrade the entire time, and we never found out what it was because nobody had enough cash to get that purchase. But I will say, level 9 did not give you many hints, because 2, not 1, but 2 bugger rooms replaced hints in that level 9.
Yeah, and at that point I think I had 240 rupees, so I'm like, take my money, whatever. I don't care.
Exactly. As True and Gamer trying to take down this Patra here in level 9. And is able to do so. Tundra realizing he's already done everything he could do in level 2, so...
Yeah, I think my only other comment about this seed is the take any roads were relatively useless, or at least two out of the 4 spots were pretty awful. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. Just had to route it properly. I know I noped out a 7 once I saw the red and blue Wizrobes very early on. And yeah, by the time I came back there, I think I'd found the red ring in 5, which made things a lot easier the second time through.
I'm going to provide the counterpoint that the any roads were not useless if you were trying to get from start to the fairy fountain to 9. Because I ended up doing that a couple times when I got red bubble curse, and I'm like, well, there's no blue bubbles. Time to reset.
Fair enough. But yeah, thanks, Laz, for doing comms, and Leslie as well. I'm going to drop here. Call it a night.
Absolutely, and GG on a very strong finish by you, Bogey. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a good night,
done,
guys.
both of you. Meanwhile, Truant Gamer is finished off Ganon in the same corner as we've already seen him finished once before tonight, so that's more bacon, and Truant Gamer's going to be closing in on a finish here.
I'm going to go ahead and jump out, but again, thank you to both of you for the commentary and all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
It was our pleasure, also, and with
Absolutely.
that, GG's in chat for Truant Gamer, who's finished 3rd on Restream overall, 10th place, no, 3rd on Restream, 10th overall, with a time of 129.57. Our other finishers thus far, Shaddy in 8th with a 123.31, and Fury SK with a 125.43.
All right, so very respectable finishers right there.
Meanwhile, I think Tundra is just going through dungeons to try and find that one item he needs to get it going, and we are joined now by Truant Gamer, GG. And unfortunately for Tundra, that Jurassic Park was not the push block stairwell that he was looking for.
That's not what you want to see there, no.
Quite a fun race tonight, huh?
Yeah, it certainly was. With a seed that, if I had to make a comparison, in places felt like a consternation seed.
Early on, I didn't think it was too bad for an Ultima, and really it wasn't terrible overall, other than a lot of Wizrobes in some places, but just missing that recorder is what killed me.
You weren't the only one to miss that recorder, I can assure you of that. So, overall, the any roads we definitely saw were not that helpful, that's for sure. Combat, pretty rough, I would say.
And we do see that Tundra's back at the level 4. Yeah, he's about to get the bad news regarding the the recorder block, which he still doesn't have from level 8. He did grab the Triforce out of level 8, but not the one out of 4, 5, or 7. He still does not have the ladder, by the way, but he did pick up the magical sword.
Yeah, I don't think he's gone by first quest 6 at all.
No, not a chance.
I don't think I can recall the ladder being necessary.
It's necessary, I believe, in 7.
Oh yeah, after you go through the Gliak.
Correct. Yep, that's right.
Yep, that Gliok and that Chevy room both required. So early on, one thing I noticed is there were a lot of keys. All four of you have gone up to double-digit keys at one point in your run or another. If y'all had found the any key, which by process of elimination was a 9, we probably weren't seeing it picked up tonight.
No, maybe early on, but being a 9 with, double-digit keys, I mean, they're unnecessary. You might mark where it is in case something goes absolutely sideways, but that's it.
Yep, Tundra sees that bad news. He's got to have the recorder. And again, the recorder is in level 8, so he has seen 4 and 5 both be recorder blocked. So he has to know now that 8's got to have it.
Want to say a quick thank you to everybody before I take off here?
Absolutely. We appreciate you here in the race, and we best of luck to you in the future races. And pleasure again providing commentary here on Speed Gaming 2.
It's always a pleasure, Truant.
Take care, everyone.
Looks like Tundra is making his way to level 8 right now. He knows that's the only thing that's left. So it's just a matter of finding. Once he gets the recorder, he should be picking up. But again, still needs the ladder to beat level 7. Now Tundra's back into 5. Nope.
No, that ain't gonna do it. Oh yeah, that's where 5 usually is in the overworld.
Wow, that is where 5 normally is. I hadn't noticed that until now. There's a medium secret there for Tundra, where the white sword normally would be in the vanilla game. One in the waterfall also. Now he is closing in on where he needs to be to get the ladder. He's trying to do some screen scrolls here, but having a little bit of trouble.
Instead, gonna take an up A and do a different screen scroll. Or try to, go a different way. That works too, I guess. Meanwhile, a few other off-screen finishers. In 11th, King Doll with a time of 1:32.23. In 12th, Mr. Dunlow with a 1:33.31. And John Tabin in 13th with a 1:36.17. Now he's heading towards... Now this is where level 6
6,
goes?
yep. And he's back in level 6 again.
Yep, this is not the play. I mean, don't get me wrong, the wand would help, but it's not what he's after here. Meanwhile, a quick look at what we've got on the docket for speed gaming tomorrow. Starting bright and early at 8 a.m., Hollow Knight All Skills Tournament match, and a Luigi's Mansion Any Percent No Out of Bounds 2021 match at 10. Then we come back at 6 o'clock with SMB3 Randomizer. And at 8:30, another Luigi's Mansion Any Percent No Out of Bounds matchup with SMZ3 Weekly at 9 o'clock. And at 11 p.m., the Zelda 3 Rando Daily Race. So lots of cool and good stuff coming our way on Speed Gaming tomorrow with channel assignments to be determined.
Absolutely, and I know with that Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer tournament, we not only do we have the main tournament that is going on right now that is getting into the bracket stages, but we've also got the Challengers Cup that's going on as well. And Leslie, you got a race coming up against Jay Coper.
Absolutely, Jay Coper, no stranger to the Zelda 1 rando scene and quite the competitor, no matter what game he's playing, for a speed run or a randomizer. Any race that involves Jay Coper, you're up against a world-class competitor, so that is going to be a very fun, very good matchup when it happens.
And I still remember that, when we first did the randomizers, when we first started doing the nightlies for the Z1R, Jay Coper was amongst the kings of the Zelda randomizer. I mean, he would constantly be in the tops.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As for an upcoming tournament, I haven't heard anything. No announcements have been made as far as I'm aware, but when it is known, y'all will be known.
It has been a while since we've had a Zelda randomizer tournament as Tundra finds the transport staircase here in level 6.
The one thing I keep in the back of my mind is that SGDQ is coming up, so chances are I wouldn't expect anything to get started until after SGDQ.
And which makes a lot of sense. And Summer Games Done Quick is going to be online again. Hopefully gets back onto site next year, but that'll of course be determined when we get much closer to that date.
Meanwhile, thanks for the raid, Bogey Smalls. Yeah, and Bogey says in chat, Ultima is, and his Bogey's game emote. I will leave it at that.
I'll throw in an emote myself. There's that mugger room. So Tundra's gonna lose 36 rupees there. And he's looking for the item. He has not seen it, which we know is the wand. Which should help him deduce that level 8 will end up having the item that he needs. Oh, and Tundra just got red bubble, so he's going to lose access to that sword.
I thought he got fireballed.
Oh, he did! Wow! The fireball saved him there. That was really close. He must have got hit by the fireball right before the red bubble. That was really, really close. He's looking at that map. He's cleared just about every room here in 33 rooms of pure torture that we normally call level 7, which is reserved for level 6 tonight. There it is. Now he's found it. So he's going to see the wand. He'll pick it up, but he's going to be disappointed because, again, he's looking for that recorder. Again, we know that it's in level 8.
But he does need to head to First Quest 6 for the item, which is the ladder, which without it, he's not getting the Triforce out of level 7.
And not a chance because, again, level 7 has a ladder block. Unless there's some kind of workaround that we just flat out missed, he's not going to be able to get the Triforce out of that dungeon.
And 2 hints in level 8 wound up right next to each other.
Well, blue Guria's rolled down because they go down in just 1 magical sword hit because they normally have 5 HP. Now, that's the great thing about having the red ring and the magical sword. You can just tank through dungeons, but you still got to be diligent, especially against enemies like Wizrobes and Darknuts.
Yeah, because if you're not careful, ooh, nice reverse block clip there.
That was very impressive, absolutely. Now we've got the super... Oh, super rolls did not roll up. They either rolled down or they rolled neutral, so that helps him out.
The Dodongo gets fed, then smoked. I feel like he's on the right path here.
Yeah, but he's got to make sure he doesn't get bubbled. Very good. I believe this was still a blue bubble. Yeah, I remember that was a blue bubble room right next to the red bubble room.
Hey, he's on the bottom row, so you're not going to be able to walk through that wall to the south.
No.
But you can walk through the one to the north.
He's looking at that map carefully, and he's seeing what spots have not been covered yet. He sees the one. No, he went the wrong way. Oh, he's checking the one on the bottom row first, it looks like. And he gets hit by the red bubble. Now, that was a walk-through wall, but that's not the room he wanted to see. Instead, it's a key. It takes him up to 15. That's quite the number of keys in any kind of situation.
Yeah, and he's just going to tank through the red bubbles, because the blue ones are right next door.
Yep, nothing wrong with making that play. So now, what I would imagine he's going to do, he's going to go to the right, and he's going to go down to check that remaining square. He's looking at the map now, which is what you should be doing. Instead, he's going to go up here. Where was the recorder? Was it in the bottom right, Leslie, or wasn't it?
With how large this 8 is, it's kind of hard to say, but in his situation, it would be best if he did check every room, because I know he's on the right track.
Oh, yeah. Wow, 2 for the price of 1 bomb. Did you see that? That was amazing.
Yep, nice double play. It's not this bottom corner, as this would be where a Gleeok would typically reside.
Yeah, but you can never find a staircase there because, well, it would have to spawn where the block is, and that's just not possible. But yeah, that was one heck of a blast there by Tundra. Yeah, he's getting closer now. He's only got a few more rooms left to check in this level 8.
Wait, I'm mistaken. I just saw Tundra walk over. He must have grabbed the ladder much earlier. So he sat there. This, I think, is it. He just took a very different, very roundabout path to it. As with that, Tundra now has the recorder, is now in Triforce and Go mode. Let's finish this. And he's getting started by going into level 5, which is the closest dungeon in terms of proximity.
And now he's got the recorder, he's going to start to fly. The only question is, what will level 9 do to Tundra?
Old news game.
Everything at this point is old news. As you can see from the layout, we've got everything there for you. You saw that the bow and the raft were the items in level 1. Had the red candle in level 2. Silver arrows were in level 3. The book was in level 4. The red ring was in level 5. Level 6 had the wand. Level 7 had the white sword. Level 8 had the magical boomerang and the recorder. And though we haven't seen them by process of elimination, we know that the magical key and the wooden boomerang are the 2 items in level 9.
And we claimed the ladder as our white sword item with a heart container at the coast and a power bracelet underneath the armor spot you would find it in vanilla.
Absolutely.
Now, Tundra did get caught by a red bubble, so we'll have to deal with this Dig Dogger using everything but the sword, and this is where having silver arrows, wand, etc. come in handy.
And he's going to get his Triforce piece, so that'll give him his sword right back. That's going to be number 6 on the board. You know what's one item we don't get to show off very often in these weekly Zelda Randomizer showcases? The boomstick. As Tundra makes his way into level 4, I'm going to explain what the boomstick is. The boomstick is an item that is something that you can purchase in shops, which replaces the most expensive magical shield of the game. The cost is 200 rupees plus or minus 20 if those flags are on. And what the boomstick does is that when you shoot from the wand, instead of bursting into flames, it bursts into an explosion like a bomb. Very useful, especially in a level like level 9. In addition, one of the book that's normally in the item shuffle gets replaced by a magical shield, so you can get that item for free. Here's Tundra back into level 7, knows where the Triforce is, just needs to find the path to get there, and he'll be on his way into level 9.
And that's where the white sword was. So that was not the right staircase.
That's the second time we've seen a feature runner do that tonight. There's something about that staircase, Leslie. I don't know if it's possessed or what, but that's the second time we've seen that tonight.
Bad news, this room respawned. Good news is, Tundra's much better equipped for it this time around.
Oh, absolutely, because, you know, you're talking about a magical sword that'll take the pancakes down in a couple of hits, the blue Wizrobes in 3 hits, the orange Wizrobes in 1 hit. Not going to take nearly as much damage with that red ring. It's 1 heart if you get hit by an orange Wizrobe beam, however. Half a heart if it's a blue Wizrobe beam or its body. And pancakes do only a quarter heart of damage, as do the orange Wizrobe bodies. So definitely has plenty of resources to work with to try to get this taken care of. And speaking of the magical shield, that would deflect Wizrobe beams, as well as the Zola fireballs, as well as the boomerangs. Of course, the regular shield does the boomerangs already. You know, the Beamos fireballs, useful for those, and the Lionel beams too. But I don't believe it's useful against Ganon's fireballs. There he is, just 1 room away from claiming his Triforce piece. Just 1 final step. Has to clear 4 Wizrobes. Gets a bomb drop from the orange Wizrobe, so that was nice.
What was also nice is that by doing a ladder clip, didn't have to deal with the Gleeok.
Yeah, you better believe it. The skills are definitely showing on Tundra, but the routing just did not go his way tonight. But maybe on another given Sunday, Tundra might have killed this seed. So again, Tundra is one of the newer runners out here in Zelda Randomizer. He's probably more famous for his Faxanadu speed runs, but I got a feeling we're going to see more of Tundra in the coming weeks.
I believe it. And Tundra just found the last of the 3 large take any's. Recorder Lake. Interesting.
Now, only leaving 3 rupees on the table, so now he's got all the money in the world. He could do whatever he wants. Buy potions, use it as arrow fodder. He could do whatever he wants.
Under doing a world wrap, you see this more in the vanilla speedrun than you do in rando. But it's really going to help Tundra out, as it's going to draw him that much closer to First Quest 8, which is level 9.
Absolutely. And he knows exactly where it is. Or no, he doesn't know exactly where it is. He never burned this spot, but there he's going to find level 9.
So he's found 9, has all the money in the world, still needs to find that roar in a door, and the door is going to be stumbled upon very quickly.
In fact, right now.
No, Tundra, that is not a walk-through wall.
He probably wishes it was a walk-through wall, but unfortunately that's just not the case here in Randomizer. He's going to have to earn it.
Yeah, if that were a walk-through wall, we would all be sending this seed to Fred, saying that something was broken.
Oh, that would be amazing. We've not had to send a that is too funny there, Leslie. We've not had to send a defective seed to Fred just yet, but I'm sure a lot of people wish that it would happen someday, but no. In any event, we've got Patra Wayne guarding this single block. Could it be a staircase?
It
It's a
is.
staircase. Is it an item or a transport? It's a transport. One of the 6 transport staircases that you will find in level 9. So this being a 44-room level 9, that means that 14 rooms have staircases. That means only 30 didn't. That's a low total.
Figuring out which path to take. I'm trying to think, where was Ganon?
Well, Ganon was in Ganon's room. That's about all I know. Yeah, we've seen this room before, this dark room. I don't think he's that far away. Yeah, this must be the red bubble room that we're talking about here. Getting hit by the fireballs. So he still has his sword. Got hit by another fireball. He did some good navigating there to keep that sword. I spoke too soon. I think he lost his sword.
Yeah, I think he got...
No, he didn't! Wow! He was hiding it on us. I thought he had gone through the room then. I didn't think he got through the room, but he got through it after all.
Yep, we got bluffed on that one.
That was a heck of a bluff there. I wouldn't want to face off against him in a poker game.
Yeah, I think on that one, I'm just gonna fold.
Yeah! Alright, I see that the pancakes rolled down to 2 magical sword hits, so they went down at least minus 1 HP, because they normally have 9 HP.
There's one of the mugger rooms.
Yep, there were 2 mugger rooms here in level 9. There's not going to be a third one because we had already seen the third one in level 6, but he is going to find the map. So that was one thing that the mugger was guarding, was that map.
Yep, that mugger was like Patra guarding the map.
Oh, by the way, blue wizards rolled up at least plus 3 HP. Because they take 4 short hits. So it's either 13 or 14.
Here's a spiral staircase. This could have been an item. It could also be a transport. It's an item, and there's Lord Banana.
Didn't think I'd get to say this tonight. All hail!
Yep, that was a very well-hidden relic.
Yeah, most certainly was. That's a push block, which is one of the 6 sets of transport staircases.
That goes back to a blue wizrobe room.
Wow! That is crazy that you have 2 blue wizrobe rooms guarding staircases. That's gross.
Yeah. Well, there's a rupee boss.
Oh, there's that trap room. I think everybody's hit that trap room tonight. Of course, he has all the cash in the world, so he really doesn't have anything to worry about, but he has this patron now to worry about.
Although that Patra wasn't much of a worry at all.
Finds a door. Hey, look! It's the hint! The silver to kill the beast lies elsewhere. Wow. What a useful hint, don't you think?
And here's the other problem. Oh, wait, that's a bomb wall.
There's the compass. Wow. Talk about Captain Obvious in 2 back-to-back rooms in this level 9. That is just... That's why we call it the Great Equalizer, ladies and gentlemen. This seed gives you no breaks.
Yep, you gotta make them yourself.
Precisely. Alright, now another blue wizard room. Again, with all the resources, he should be fine. Ooh, look, the blue danger noodles. Oh boy, the blue land molas. Again, they take away 2 hearts if you didn't have that ring. Luckily, it only takes away half a heart each bop.
And they were guarding a transport staircase. Where will this lead us, I wonder?
It's a good question, Leslie. Maybe it'll lead him closer to Ganon.
I believe he's just to the north by 1 or 2 rooms.
He's just got to watch out for those red bubbles. He goes
Enters to the left, that's not it. And he's locked in with Zols. Not the worst thing in the world, except when they roll up.
Well, and when you have Beamos surrounding it, that's kind of annoying, but at least he gets bombs to exit the room with. So now he knows he's got to go down, but he's got to watch out. He gets through. All right. Goes to the left, finds a maze room, and he finds more Patras. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to take you down. You're right there. Because he thinks that could be a staircase.
Which is possible, I think.
Yeah, in maze rooms, it is. But not this time. There's the shoot room from the other side.
I believe he's there if he bombs down.
You got it.
He did, but not quite. I guess not. Maybe my...
Nope, you were right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time tonight. Here's Ganon. So he's looking for 4 hits with the magical sword. A hyrule driver will cost him 1 heart. Now he's going to go to the corner, and this is the perfect room to do the strats in. But unfortunately, he teleports to the right. So no stun lock. There's 2, 3, 4, and that's it. He's got the bacon. He's got the Triforce of power. So now all he's got to do is backtrack to that room, and Tundra will call it a night.
And with that, folks, get your GGs in chat for Tundra, as well as all of our runners tonight, as he wraps it up with a time of 2:08.51. Our other finishers, Ultra with 146.17 and 14th, Magic Friends 15th with a 157.42, and his comment is, how can anyone be done at 111 in that speed? And Chaos Finale, our 16th place finisher, with a time of 2 hours, 48 seconds. And Tundra's time was 2:08.51, by the way.
All right, so with that, we've had all 4 of our featured runners completing their races tonight. Always like to see it that they get through these runs no matter what happens. And again, Tundra, he is new to this, and I liked what I saw in terms of his skills. I do think we're going to see him back in future races, and those times are going to get better.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Those skills, I could see Tundra potentially posting. I might be getting a bit ahead of myself when I say this, but I could see a sub 30 in any percent no up and A possible out of Tundra. Will that happen? Not for me to say, but I could see it happening.
No question about it. And I certainly wouldn't put that against Tundra, again, considering that he is a speedrunner of Faxanadu, so no question about it.
And chat pointing out that, yes, Tundra had a tough brute. That just happens. Absolutely. I've certainly been there.
As have I. I mean, I do these for fun. I'm not into the competitive spirit of Zelda Randomizer myself, but I've had a seeds where you get to one of those routing situations. It doesn't matter how good your combat is. You make the wrong routing decisions, you're going to end up with a slog of a seed.
And I will agree with my co-comment chat, who mentions in chat, is that routing is a thing that does come with practice. And I can definitely see Tundra getting better with time, no doubt about it.
It looks like we are going to have an interview with Tundra83, and we'll be with him very shortly. Of course, next week we're going to have another exciting Zelda Randomizer Weekly Showcase. I'll be curious as to what kind of flags you're going to be dealing with at that point.
As am I, as the flag set changes week to week.
All right, so looks like we've actually got it ready to go. 4 and 4 is what the flag set is, and we'll explain that as we get Tundra into the commentator's booth in a moment. 4 Triforces to get into level 9. You have to beat the seed twice, and between your 2 runs, you have to cover all 8 Triforces. So whatever Triforces you didn't get in the first run, you've got to get into the second run. So essentially, it's a first run, get 4 Triforces, next run, get the other 4. If one spawns on you accidentally, and if you want to refill, it's fine to get more than 4 in one of your runs, as long as you get 4 different Triforces in both seeds. Time stops on your second touch of Princess Zelda, or Ganon if you are playing as one of Ganon's minions, or Link if you're playing as Zelda. You can do 2 file names or reload the seed completely, whatever is easier for your setup. Flags are going to be the Consternation seeds with the boomstick and some other minor changes as well. So we were talking about the boomstick, and there you go. We're going to have it for you next week. And with that, we do have Tundra here in the commentator's booth with us. GG to you. And I'll tell you what, was this your first weekly?
I believe it might have been my second weekly, I think.
All right, excellent. Good to have you here for a second weekly race. I'll tell you what, I mean, other than the routing, I thought your combat was pretty good. Your screen scrolling was pretty solid. Tell you what, that ladder clip was pretty good as well. What level was that in again, Leslie?
The ladder clip was in 7.
Yeah, that ladder clip in 7, that was really good, so you didn't have to go through that Gliok room, so well played there.
Yeah, thanks. I think my early game routing actually worked out pretty good. I got the white sword right away, like I think a lot of other people, and then like got the candle quick and dove 7, got the white sword, so like that was pretty decent for combat real fast. I think when I started getting recorder locked in those dungeons at the end and had to go back through all my older dungeons that I didn't get everything, that's kind of where I think I really started falling behind.
Yeah, you, Truant, and Bogey all had the problems with the recorder. It was Elsoa that had the upper hand because he was the first to get to the recorder before he found the pitfalls of the Dig Doggers in levels 4 and 5. So that definitely helped him out there. But this ended up what we like to call one of those chain reaction seeds. One item leads to another. You had to have pretty much everything to beat the seed. The only item that wasn't required ended up being the raft, because you need the power bracelet, of course, to get to level 6. You need the candle to get to level 9. You need the recorder in levels 4 and 5. So yeah, this is definitely one of those seeds that you had to earn it.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel I was actually kind of lucky when I found that first cheap meat shop and I had the money, and I'm like, I just got this feeling I should buy it, and I bought it and found the Hungry Gorilla in level 1, and I'm like, I was ready for this and just pushed right on through.
Yeah, that definitely helped you there. Yep, a bait required seed on top of all those other things as well. So yep, you just never know when that bait's going to be required, and it definitely worked out for you at that particular juncture. So GG. Leslie, you got any thoughts?
I think we've covered it. Although, based off what I saw from Tundra, yeah, I'm impressed. Keep at it, and I can see the times getting better and better.
Thanks, I really appreciate that, and I definitely plan on continuing to work it.
Hey, that sounds good, and hopefully we'll see you again in another weekly down the road.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 4 and 4 next week. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Oh, you better believe it. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night here on Speed Gaming 2. But please make sure you give all 4 of our runners, Truant Gamer, Alsoa, Bogey Smalls, Tundra 83 a follow. In fact, Leslie Pro's already got the names posted in chat. Unfortunately, JLO7, we were unable to get him in for the tracking. I actually did most of the tracking tonight. So that was kind of a surprise. I haven't done much tracking in my Zelda randomizer career, but considering it was a 4-player race, I thought I did a decent job. But and also to my commentary partner Leslie Pro 04, as always, pleasure doing commentary with you, buddy.
Absolutely, Law. It's always a lot of fun, always a pleasure. Looking forward to it again sometime soon.
So until then, for all 4 of our runners, for my commentator partner Leslie Pro, and for everybody here on Speed Gaming, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Join us next Sunday for the Zelda Randomizer Weekly with the 4x4 flags. So long, everybody.
Good night, everybody.